So we're talking about powers of 10. We went over powers of 10, group 2 erase points. We went over powers of 10 early on in the year, but we haven't. Oh, thank you. Would help if you guys could see it, and I put it on the screen. Put up 20 points for pointing that out to me. So let's say we had a simple problem that was 7 times 10. You guys all know what that is, I hope. But what if you said 7 times 10 first power? It's the same thing. It's going to be, so 10 or something times 10 to the first power is the same thing. And all you do is you add a 0. So if you times 10 to the first power, you just add a 0. It's 30. Now, if it was 3 times 10 squared, or 10 to the second power, you add 2 zeros, 2, 3, 0, and so you put a comma there, and that's 2,300. So I think most of you remember this. Let me just do one more. If I had 172 times 10 to the fourth power, okay? Well, we're adding, the exponent's 4, so we're going to add 4 zeros, so I'm going to put 2, and I'm going to add 4 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you need to know where to put the commas. Hopefully some of you remember that. You start all the way to the right in 3 places. 1, 2, 3. Oop, I didn't go quite far enough. 1, 2, 3. So the commas would go right there and right there, and so that's 1,720,000. Okay? If you guys copy this down, that's fine. You don't have to. If you want to, you can. Maybe it'll help you remember. But there's other kinds of problems when we're talking about powers of 10, and some of them have decimals in them. So what if I had, let's say, 1.7 times 10, or 10 to the first? Well, it's the same thing, except instead of adding a 0, you move the decimal one place. So the decimal is right to the right. So the answer is simply, instead of 1.17. Any whole number, the decimal is all the way to the right. So if we put 17 with the decimal, that's the same thing as 17. 27. Well, we don't put the decimal in 127, but it's just assumed to be there. So the answer would be just 17. It wouldn't be marked wrong if you put 17 in a decimal, but it's unnecessary to put it there. What if I had a number that was 2.46 times 10 squared? Well, how many places do we move the decimal? 2 places. And so, because of 2.46, 2.46. So you just move the decimal the same number of places that the exponent is. What if I had 9.47 times 10 to the power? Well, we're just going to move the decimal 5 places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so I would rewrite this as 9641.7. Now, you would kind of want to concern yourself with commas, because we're talking about some large number, and remember commas, you start with the decimal and move over 3 places. So you would read that number as 936,421.7. Okay? What if you had a number like this? What if it was 0.0052 times 10 to the third? Okay, well, again, just look at the decimal. The exponent. Exponent is 3, so that means we still move the decimal 3 places. 1, 2, 3, so this goes right there between 5 and the 2. And so this would give 5.2. Now, would it be wrong if you wrote 005.2?
Yes.
No, it wouldn't be wrong, but there's a reason to put the 00 there. Okay? And let me do one more. What if I had 0.01 times 10 squared? Okay. Well, again, you just look at the exponent, and it's 2, so we're going to move the decimal place and go right there. And so somebody might write 0.1 decimal, but that's the same thing as just 1. We don't put a decimal behind every whole number. It's really not necessary. We know one's there, but why put it down? If I said Mr. Wilson to the board, he's not going to walk up to the board at 23 and put a decimal there. If I said Miss Shields write 117 boards, he's not going to the board put 117, put a decimal right there. We know one is there. We wouldn't, write it down every time. It's not necessary. Okay? All right, so I'm going to end this. Everybody say, I love you.